It's hard to think of him as an icon when he's worn the same mustache for 50 years.
He's a bigger deal now than he was when he won Wimbledon.
Jordan doesn't have his face on a sneaker.
All right, that was a clip from a new documentary about the life and rise of tennis icon Stan Smith. He is, of course, the man who gave his name to one of the most popular sneakers of all time.
Smith is also a tennis legend, a Hall of Famer, and former world #1 who has won both the U.S. Open and Wimbledon. And that's not all. Some would say his biggest achievement happened off the court through his humanitarian work supporting a large number of causes.
We are so excited to have the man himself, Stan the Man, Stan Smith, here in studio with us. Stan, good morning.
It's nice to be here.
We are so excited to get to talk with you, and congratulations on this documentary, streaming on Hulu and ESPN right in time for when we're all buzzing about tennis, U.S. Open.
Yeah.
Tell us more about it, more than what we just saw in that clip, and what it's meant to have your life chronicled in this way.
Well, it's a strange thing. You know, I did a book called Stan Smith, Some People Think I'm a Shoe.
Yeah.
And Spring Hill with LeBron James and Maverick Carter saw it, and they said, we'd like to do a documentary. And so it's awkward to have a documentary done on your life. And you know,
Is it?
We had a great director, Danny Lee, who tried to put it all together. You know, there's so many different elements of my life. And so it was a fun process, and I had to dig through some, you know, old videos and things like that to make it all happen. And they did a pretty good job, you know, putting it all together and covering those different parts of my life.
When you see old things like that, when you watch yourself on screen like that, what's it like for you?
Very strange. You know, my wife has this little journal she did about how, you know, she'd written some things down when we first met and all that sort of thing. So that's part of that
Good stuff,
documentary.
Right?
It was it was funny stuff. So the documentary is kind of funny. You'll smile, you'll laugh, and then you'll reflect on some things. The '68 year was highlighted, and of course Arthur Ashe and his involvement, this young boy from South Africa, and then you know, just the you know, there's some tears, I'm sure, if you can see the documentary.
Yeah. We've got to talk about the Open with you. I mean, New York is buzzing about it. I was there with you, which is crazy, the other day. Joe's been going. I mean, it's just so wonderful when you live in New York. We're so blessed that it's here. You won your first Grand Slam singles title at the tournament in 1971. I actually want to specifically ask you right now about women's, because we have what an exciting four that are left. Two Americans, one that actually you have a connection to, Jessie Pegula. You call her Jessie, who's been through your academy. Tell us what you're watching for here.
Yeah, Jessie will be playing Sabalenka, who she lost to in the finals last year. And she made a big breakthrough last year. She'd been in the quarters of all the majors. And all of a sudden she won that quarterfinal match in the semis, and she won that semis match. So she's going to have a rematch tonight, and we're hoping it's going to be a little bit like the Sabalenka, like the Swiatek and Anisimova, where Anisimova was embarrassed at the Wimbledon final, 6-0, 6-0, and then she turned the tables yesterday and beat her 6-3, 6-4. So we're hoping that might happen with this turning around with Sabalenka and Jess in that first match, and then of course you've got Anisimova again, the other one against Osaka. So both those matches are going to be barn burners, and that's tonight.
Barn burners.
So it's going to be very special.
You know, we have to ask you about what is on your feet right now, your shoes, which are still an icon. We're talking about the fact that you can wear these with that outfit right now, and nothing's ever been cooler than that look now. But when you made these, did you ever think that they would become what they became and what they still are today?
Well, I thought it'd be maybe a 5-year relationship with Adidas, but it just kind of kept going, and then they actually took it off the market 12 and 13, and then relaunched it in 14, and then it just went crazy around the world. And so it's a cool thing. The thing I like the most is when a mother-daughter, you know, are wearing the shoes, because most daughters would not be caught dead wearing what their mother wears. And so I've seen that quite a bit, even the daughter-father, and of course it's both men and women, and it's been fun to see. You know, the key, I think, to Adidas is the collaborations they've had. They started with Ralph Simmons and then Pharrell Williams and Stella McCartney. They've been different collaborations that have been, you know, kind of, you know, just off for about 3 or 4 months and moving on to another one.
Wow. Stan Smith, new documentary, book. I mean, you have so many books, your shoes. We're so lucky to have you here, especially at a time like this during the U.S. Open. Thank you very much for stopping by.
Well, thank you for having me. Appreciate it.
Awesome.
And enjoy the Open.
I was just going to tell you the same thing, because it's been some good tennis so far.
Great weekend.
We thank you for watching, and remember, stay updated on breaking news and top stories on the NBC News app or watch live on our YouTube channel.